Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Carolina Panthers. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Here we go. Here we go.
On first down, Thurston. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
A good throw there, and this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams will be happy with okay, and early on, it's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he not throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the huddle? Those types of things. That's what people are looking for.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to run it. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 4th down.
On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, this defense for the Bucs, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stevenson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Tommy Trimble, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. From the gun, Stevenson.
He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Finds a seam inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line.
49 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They go quickly here out to Moore. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
Zach Davidson.
His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. This goes out right to Doyle. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
And he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run.
And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He finds his target. It's Evans. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. He'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. but a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd and 2, Stevenson. Got his man, Robbie Anderson.
And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Stevenson. And this is complete to Moore on the comebacker. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
73 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 1st half. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Operating from the gun, Stevenson.
This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it, but 3rd down coming up.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Looking to throw. Stevenson. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. 11 yards, but still not enough. 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Gonzalez's kick is good. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be, but halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. On the return, Tremont Smith. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
8 yards to go on second down.
Got a man open. That's Harry. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Stevenson. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. .43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Now back to throw. This is caught by Evans. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. They'll look to throw again. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And he wisely will throw that one away.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Second down and 8.
Back to throw. Stevenson. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's taken to the 26. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Brian Burns picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Finding room at the 30. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. They'll run on first down. Thurston. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They'll look to throw here. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
And let's pin them ears back and go full strength. Mike 10. Mike 10. Mike 10. Yeah.
Back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to make it fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. This is McCaffrey. A decent run there following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Wide open, it's Marshall, complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
That's about as exciting of a 1-yard run as you're going to see. Finding a way to dodge that first would-be tackler. But again, just 1 yard out of it. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs' 19-yard line. 91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. The Panthers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, Stevenson. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. Touchdown! Christian McCaffrey. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Looking to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Here we go. Here we go.
Airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 41-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous. 70 Rangers.
Back to throw now on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. The 4th quarter touchdown there. Back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And some space here. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, a guy that can beat you in so many ways. He's a threat to go the distance literally every time he touches the football.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here we go. Mike 7, Mike.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Again, it's Johnson. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Again, he'll drop to throw.
That's going to be caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll set up to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Let's see what you got.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Buccaneers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
The point after is good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Panthers are going to recover here, and that should be enough to get them the victory. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And, of course, this is a win they're going to hang their hat on. They go on the road and defeat the defending Super Bowl champs.
Partner, they came, they saw, they conquered.
They conquered.
But before all that happened with the conquering part, they believed. They thought it all week. It was evident when we talked to them before the ball game that they thought they could get this done, and they knew exactly how, had a plan, formulated it, and then executed it as a big-time win to take down the defending Super Bowl champs.
So for the Panthers, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year, and they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they will fall to 1-1, and they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.